It's a Sunday sprint to the finish line here in Rogers, Arkansas. The final round of the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship presented by P&G. And just about everyone who made the cut woke up this morning with a legitimate chance to win. And here, midway through this final round, it is still just about anyone's tournament to win. Grant Boone, Karen Stupples. Out on the golf course, Tom Abbott, Jim Gallagher Jr. And Karen, here is the two-time winner of this event, Nasa Hataoka, one of those with a great chance.
She is. She's hitting a lot of greens in regulation. Really could do with that putter warming up a little bit. Has another great opportunity right here.
We are over at the 6th, and this is Korea's Jin Hee Im. She began on the 10th today.
Really making the most of that start and the early tee time for her.
She is tied for the lead. 7 under today, 12 under. And that's the leaderboard. You see Ashley Buhai, the overnight leader, tied for 4th. And Jim Gallagher Jr. is with her at the 8th.
She made a nice saving par after in the penalty area on the par 5 last hole. Birdie and a bogey so far. This from 163. That hole's cut all the way on the back, and this is on a really good line. Might be pushing her right a little bit.
Wow, and that shows you why some of these scores have been good. She's going in there with a wood to an elevated green, and that thing sat down really softly.
All right. Young American Lucy Lee, about to turn 22 years old on Tuesday. She's made a run, tied for 2nd now, and Tom Abbott is with her.
Yeah, this is an important hole, the 14th hole, the par 5, with the tee moved up today, so it's reachable in 2. This is 183 yards for Lucy. It's go time, obviously, with this second shot. And this could be a crucial shot if she's going to win the golf tournament. It's on a really good line if it's the right distance.
Oh, it is a great one.
Absolutely tremendous. I mean, really taking advantage of that tee that's been moved up.
We've had a 2 already at the 14th today from Nana Kurtz-Madsen. That'll be a putt for a 3 for Lucy to take the lead. Jin Hee Im for par. And running out of holes, Karen.
She really is. But she's done everything that she can. Unfortunately, you know, dropping one there, not the best of situations. But with a par 5 coming up to maybe get one back, maybe 2.
All right, Grace Kim has had a nice day today, though she did drop a shot. She's ready with her 2nd at the 14th.
Yeah, bogeyed the previous hole, missed the green on the right and didn't get it up and down. This with the hybrid, just right of the flag. Just needs to carry up there, which it does, and she'll have an eagle putt.
Looked like she was a bit in between clubs there, between the iron or the hybrid, to try to take a little bit off that shot.
All right, so as you see, Jasmine Sawanapura just added a birdie at the 13th. So the veteran from Thailand with a couple of wins has moved in front. Lucy Lee has a short putt for eagle coming up at the par 5 14th. Still too close to call on this Sunday in Arkansas. NBC Sports and the LPGA Tour proudly present the season-long race to the CME Globe. From Rogers, Arkansas, it's final round coverage of the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship presented by P&G. The LPGA has been coming to Arkansas since its first year in 1950, and since 2007, coming right here to Pinnacle Country Club, where so many of the greats of the modern era have hoisted that trophy, including the last 2 rookies of the year. Lydia Ko, Yanni Sin, among the former number 1s to win here. Stacey Lewis, a couple of wins, and they're all playing today for this unique trophy, celebrating the natural state here in Northwest Arkansas. All right, Karen, let's look at some of the action from earlier. And Jin Hee Im really had it going early. Great front 9, and then at the 3rd for another birdie.
Well, they're really taking advantage of these par 5s, so they're playing a little bit shorter today, rolling that one in nicely.
And then Lucy Lee, she was even par after the first round, but here she is at the 11th.
Also only playing 126 yards today. A little backstop behind this flag that she's able to use to get the ball very close to the hole.
6 under in her previous 5 holes after that tap-in birdie. Jasmine Suwadapura had the first round lead, this at the 11th as well.
She says not so fast, even though you may hit it in there tight, I'm going to make a long putt.
And again, Suwadapura leads it, but here's Buhai at the 8th for birdie.
I moved to her left just a little.
Wow, needed that.
The par save at 7.
That was huge because I mean, as a par 5, you expect to make a birdie there.
Hit her second shot in the water, as Jim said, at that 7th hole. It comes back, and suddenly Buhai is within 1. And in that final group with her is the young Thai up-and-coming star, Arpachaya Yubon.
She hit a wonderful shot in there. She also had some kind of a wood in here. We're playing a little more manageable. Not as much wind today, Karen. I think you're going to see a lot of good scores with so many players bunched up, and I think that's greens are still receptive. I think that's been the big key to these low scores this afternoon.
Yvonne's a player that can get on a roll pretty quickly too. You know, she can start getting birdies in. She likes to continue the trend.
Great Thai surge in the last few years. Here is Nasa for birdie. Needs it at the 9th.
She does. She's 4 back. That is not going to help. And that's the thing. You've got players now, you know, starting to look like they're going to post numbers. So all these players that are now chasing, the pressure's on.
Remember, Lucy Lee has the short putt for eagle coming up at the 14th. Here is the winner from 2 years ago, Gino Titicun, 3 back as she plays the 11th.
She's pretty deadly accurate with her iron shots, and on such a short par 3, expect her to do the same. Or using that backstop. This is why we're seeing such good scores today. It's like the LPGA has really set up this course for some fireworks out there.
That is for Titicun, will be for her 5th birdie since a double at the 4th. All right, we're at the 14th, par 5, and some eagle putts here, beginning with Grace Kim.
Yeah, the green slopes sneaky back to front here. So Grace leaving it below the hole. It's going to have an uphill putt. And starting to get into a part of the golf course where there are a few more people watching, you know, with the way that the scores were and the draw today. I think these two now know that they're going to be right in the hunt with the way that they're playing. A bit more attention being paid to this group, and that's just going to meander left of the hole. As I say, the green slopes from back to front, so that one always going to move right to left, but it should be an easy birdie. Good bounce back after that bogey on the previous hole. You've got to birdie this hole at least, Karen.
Absolutely do, being so reachable and so short today.
Here is the pride of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, Lauren Hartledge. We've seen her contending at major championships this year at Sahalee. She was there in the final group on the weekend, and she has a great chance to win for the very first time. Now, the final group is at the tee at the 9th, and here is Ashley Buhai.
Yeah, I believe it's less than driver, just 235 to that bunker on the left.
Yep.
That should be just fine.
Yeah, the reason for not taking driver is it's very easy to run through the fairway on the right side if you take more than that.
All right, Lucy Lee with an eagle putt in a moment. First, Pernilla Lindberg for birdie.
Yeah, this is a player who's struggling in terms of her ranking in the race to the CME Globe, so every shot is crucial coming home here for Lindberg, and just stays on the high side. She had a great read from Grace Kim's putt.
Just goes to
And
show
that is
you.
the club.
It really is, Tom. It just goes to show you that that was the club that helped her win the Chevron Championship a number of years ago, and she out-putted in B Park. and just hasn't been able to maintain that same kind of putter strength throughout the seasons after that.
You see that Gino Titakun did tap in for birdie at the 11th, so she's at 11 under par. Lucy Lee can go from 1 back to 1 in front right here.
Yeah, this is one of those awkward ones. It's going to move from her left to right. It's just a case of trusting that you've got the right line and marrying that line and speed here. But obviously, fantastic chance for an eagle. Hit the 5-iron with the second shot. And if you're going to win, you're going to have to convert these, post that number, let those players try and chase it. Yeah, that was really well done. It wasn't an easy putt, that.
Switch putters this season, and it has paid off. Lucy Lee has taken the lead here in Arkansas.
On behalf of Walmart and our more than 2 million associates around the world, I want to thank you for watching the 18th annual Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship presented by P&G. Sam Walton opened the first Walmart store right here in Northwest Arkansas over 60 years ago. And today, while our footprint spans across the globe, we are proud to still call this vibrant, growing community our home. This region has so much to offer, from a world-class art museum in Crystal Bridges, the University of Arkansas, and our incredible biking trails and outdoor amenities. It's also home to Pinnacle Country Club, our wonderful host this week. The Northwest Arkansas Championship provides the perfect platform for Walmart to showcase our commitment to accessibility, inclusivity, and sustainability right here in our backyard. We are especially proud to be recognized as one of the first certified sustainable golf tournaments on the entire LPGA Tour. On behalf of Walmart, I'd like to thank the many volunteers, sponsors, and tournament staff who helped to make this event one of the best weeks of the year in Northwest Arkansas.
All right, now with the lead by 1, Lucy Lee at 15.
Yeah, T moved over to the right today, so it's the shortest yardage to spin. This one a little left of the flag with a wedge, and doesn't need to spin too much. I think it's going to settle on the edge of the green there.
Her expectations are high. I mean, she was not happy with that because obviously she's on a bit of a heater today.
She's 8 under par with a couple of bogeys. Here's Lauren Hartledge at the 11th.
A location that has been very inviting for these players with this tee moved up and the backstop behind it. Here's another opportunity.
And Hartledge is going to go 5 under on her round and get within 1 to the 9th in Buhigh.
Yeah, just 113 here. Not much wind. That's on a pretty good line.
Soft.
Might need to get down.
All right, so welcome here to the final round of the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship presented by P&G. Karen, at one point today, what we have 35 players within a couple of shots of each other. Now it's Lucy Lee who's moved out in front. We met her when she was an 11-year-old qualifying for the U.S. Women's Open just 10 years ago, and now here she is with the lead, and she's on some kind of a run today.
I mean, crazy. 8 under par, a couple of bogeys in there too. So, I mean, she's making a lot of birdies. She's making tons of putts, hitting some great shots, and really sneaking up on everybody. I'm not sure that we saw this coming out of Lucy Lee. She started at 6 under. I thought that may have been one shot too far back, but she's making enough birdies out there to really stamp her name on this tournament. She's still got some opportunities coming in. 18th is a par 5 that's been very gettable all day. So if she can post 15 or 16, that's going to be a good mark for somebody else to try and catch.
Is this still an event that favors those who have the most holes left, a player like Ashley Buhigh?
I really do think so, because we've seen already there are holes on that back nine that are really set up for scoring. The 11th hole, very gettable. Then you go to 14 where the tee's been moved up. We've seen eagles there already. Lucy Lee was one of those eagles made on 14. And then 18 is always an exciting par 5 that players can get 2 in 2. Lots of volatility and opportunities for players to come in on that back nine.
And so many players are looking for their very first LPGA win, and Lucy Lee is one of those. Could she come of age here in the final days of her 21st year? This is Jasmine Suwanapura, the veteran from Thailand, her second at the 14th, one off the lead at the moment. What a difference when this tee is moved up. Karen.
It's like night and day. I mean, it's a good, what, 90 yards less than what it normally plays. That's significant.
All right, we're back at the ninth, and it was an amazing couple of days of putting for the Philippines' Dottie Ardina. Not as sharp today as you see in our insights by KPMG. 244 feet of putts, Jim. First 2 days.
Yeah, but she struggled a little bit early. Just a slow putt.
It shouldn't really be a surprise. I mean, she's a player that has consistently had to go back to the Q Series, going back to Epsom Tour. Her best money finish in 8 years on tour has been 96. So, you know, she's the perseverance that she's shown within this game is very commendable, and she continues to fight for her dream.
And then on the flip side, you have young Lucy Lee in her second season on tour. This for birdie.
Not an easy one to read this. Slightly up the hill, maybe some right to left movement off that bunker. This is a really good look here from Lucy. Wow.
Wow, Lucy.
Some inspired golf here, Grant.
9 under par in her last 9 holes. A couple of eagles in there, including a hole out at the 8th. She leads by 2. View high for birdie.
Yeah, good opportunity. It'll slide a little to her right if it loses some speed. It should.
I think she just started that out too much. And you can tell because she didn't hit it very hard either, knowing that it needed to die in that left side.
And what a day it has been for the young NorCal product, Lucy Lee. She's up 2. Jasmine Sawanapura had the par 5 14th, 2 back, but a chance here to tie the lead again. This for eagle.
A little bit downhill from the back of this green. This just shows you, Grant, what moving a tee up will do. Jasmine, not a very long player on tour, but this tee has been moved up to a point where all of the tour could get to it.
All right, she's trying to get set here. Let's get you over to the 9th quickly, and Yubon just a moment ago. Okay, that keeps her at least within striking distance, 3 back of the lead. Lucy's at the challenging par 4 16th. Flawless front 9 for the young Thai player. And here is Jasmine Sawanapura, who is in her 12th season with a couple of wins on the LPGA Tour.
And that'll be an easy birdie.
This was the part of the round yesterday where things began to slip for Jasmine, but now birdies at 10, 11, 13, and 14. She's at 14 under. She's within 1. All right, leaderboard beginning to change here on the back 9 on this Sunday in Arkansas. All right, to the 15th tee we go, the par 3. There's Jasmine Sawanapura stepping forward, taking a look. She is 1 off the lead as things have begun to just stretch out a touch. Lucy Lee at 15 under, Jasmine there 1 back, Lauren Hartledge a shot further behind.
Well, I think this is credit to the LPGA rules officials for how they have set up this back 9 for scoring, for this to make it incredibly exciting. No one can sit back and rest on their score. You have to go out and get it.
Golf course today playing 2.5 shots under par, and you've got Lucy with at least an outside chance to shoot 59.
such soft conditions. I mean,
All right, to the 10th and the second for Yubon.
Yeah, just 96 yards. Very gettable hole location. Ball maybe a little above her feet. Just needs a spin.
Not as much as she was hoping for. Finished 5th at the U.S. Women's Open. Had a great weekend there. And as you noted, she flirted with a 59 herself earlier this summer at the ShopRite LPGA Classic. Karen, this has been a great story this week. Maria Jose Marin, a sophomore at the University of Arkansas, her very first LPGA event. She's playing great.
she is. And hasn't quite not had the Sunday that she would have liked, I don't think. But in all fairness, for her first LPGA start, I think this is something to be very proud of. And she'll take a lot of confidence into the Blessings next week when she plays, you know, home course for the tournament there.
Yeah, tomorrow she's the defending champ. All right, this is the 16th. It is where we find our leader, Lucy Lee. And Tom, it looks like she's in the fairway.
Yeah, hit an aggressive driver off the tee down that right side. Cut it down the right, and it's in prime position. It's got 128 yards, and the wind just gusting now. Probably the strongest it's been. It's going to be downwind off the left here. Case of how greedy she gets, how aggressive she gets here. There's a lot of green to the right of this flag, Karen, but she has got to be just in the zone right now. May just be thinking flag only.
I think if you're in the zone, that's all you're thinking. You're seeing your target, you're hitting it. It's very hard to
turn
back
this
off.
right to left.
Oh,
Not sure that was her best strike. Yeah, she's not too happy with that. Kind of swinging the club a little bit like she didn't like it at all.
If she birdies in, she shoots 59. To the 10th in Buhai.
Yeah, 81 yards here. Like I said, a gettable hole location. Little downwind. Yeah, this looks really good here.
using her great rhythm there to control the spin.
All right, so Buhai will have that to get to 13 under. You better make birdies today if you want to have a good chance to win the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship, presented by P&G. Now, this is some kind of a role that young Lucy Lee is on, the talented young American, second year on the LPGA Tour. And she's got another putt for birdie, Tom. This to go 10 under for her last 10 holes.
Yeah, she just had Pernilla Lindbergh move her mark. Her mark was to the right of Lucy's ball on the line to the hole. So she's got this is going right to left. I thought that mark might be a nice little marker on the green for her to aim at to get it inside of, but obviously a little more break than that. Needs to hit it. Needs to hit it. No.
When things were tougher on Friday or yesterday, you said 14 might be a good number for players to think about to
14,
win. What do you think about now?
I mean, I think with the way Lucy's going, I think she has a great opportunity to get it to at least 16, with 18 being the reachable par 5. So now players really have to kind of alter their mindset and just go and get it. I mean, Lucy's kind of setting that benchmark now and that bar for everybody to chase.
And Tom, what we've seen today is you can go get it.
Yeah, they've set the golf course up for scoring, and the greens are still very soft. There's a bit of breeze out here, but it's the hottest we've had so far. So the ball's certainly flying. It's a good day for scoring.
Yeah, you saw Lucy 60th in the race to the CME Globe. She's had a good, solid second season on the LPGA Tour after losing her card as a rookie and going back to Q School. Jasmine Suwanapur, we talk about Dottie Ardina, study and perseverance. How about Jasmine? She has forged a really impressive career, dozen years out here and 2 wins.
Well, particularly impressive given the fact that she had a broken back. And, you know, that's something that you're lucky that you're even walking or getting around with, not let alone playing competitive golf on the LPGA Tour. She had to make some adjustments to her swing because of it. But in general, I mean, what a competitor to fight back from that.
this to tie the lead.
Go.
It's a young Li Zheng of China, the 18-year-old playing with Jasmine. And another veteran, Ash Buhai. This for birdie at 10.
Yeah, inside right center. Yubon made her par. Nice.
Bogey at 6, saved it at 7 with a par.
Yep.
And then since then, a couple of birdies.
Well, you can see she, with the line on the ball, she doesn't really give this putt too much. Just a good, steady roll, just dropping in the left half. Pretty good.
She's trying to make it 3 straight years with a victory on the LPGA Tour. Last year at another 54-hole event, the ShopRite LPGA Classic, she was 3 shots back. And she said when she knocked that one in at 5, she thought, well, maybe this is just going to be my day. It was her 4th birdie in 5 holes. Then she got to the 18th, that reachable par 5. The 3rd shot. And that would lead to that short, almost tap-in birdie. Kyoju Kim had a chance to tie her with a 3rd shot at the 18th from in front of the green. Just missed, and it gave Ashley Buhai her 2nd win. 35 years old. Remember, she was the player, hot shot coming out of South Africa. Didn't win until the big one, Muirfield 2022.
I mean, it doesn't. Everybody's journey is slightly different, and she was definitely touted as a bit of a phenom coming onto the LPGA Tour. I mean, obviously South Africa's known for its fantastic men professionals. The LPGA's had Sally Little. Has been very few women that have really kind of joined Sally Little's ranks, but now here we are with Ashley. It's taken her a few years to do it, but better because of it.
And a chance today. Here is Marine for birdie. Saw her over the green in 2 at the par 5 14th. She got to play with Gabby Lopez at a practice round. She played with Maria Fassi the first couple of days this week. Fellow Razorbacks. All right, Lucy Lee leading by 1 and at the par 3 17th.
The flag's here for the taking, I think, on the front left of the green. It's only 135 yards. It's just tough to judge the wind. It's swirling a little bit. It should be hurting off the left. There you go. She's just trying to get that feel of where the wind's coming from. Safe shot is obviously just right of the flag here, but as we talked about on the last hole, the way Lucy's playing, I think she's going to be aggressive.
There's a lot of room there for her to use, Tom. There's nothing really to stop you from going at this.
This is straight at it.
Yep. A little bit below the hole too, so she'll have a good opportunity there. Maybe a little bit of movement, but we shall see.
All right, really nice bounce back, fight back from Ashley Buhai. She's on the tee at 11.
Yeah, 126, a little left to right wind. It's leaking out to the right, Karen.
Yeah, seem better on this hole.
All right, so Lucy Lee leading it by 1. She's got a good look. Birdie at the 17th. This is where they started the week, the race to the CME Globe, and where they are projected. Lucy with a chance at 17 in a moment. Not far away from Pinnacle Country Club is going to be the new world-class Walmart home office campus, a 350-acre state-of-the-art facility set to open next year. It's going to serve as a beacon of innovation, community engagement, and sustainability. Got a 360,000 square foot health and fitness center for the Walmart associates. A place for their little ones to be taken care of and have some fun. At the 11th, Arpachaya Yubon.
Yeah, she It was from 126, and this is a good-looking shot. There is a backstop there.
It's going to take that backstop.
This is promising.
But has enough
Yeah,
legs.
it is.
You said it. The ones with the most holes left might just have the advantage. And Yubon is going to have that to go 13 under. Might be the last time that this event sees Lexi Thompson. Don't know how many events she's going to play after this year. Had a good week at 15.
Steady.
Wow.
Getting some serious spin at the front of that green today.
Could have been worse, of course. In that bunker, still a chance. Up ahead on the tee at the 16th. One off the lead, Jasmine Suwanapura. Lucy Lee leading by 1 is up ahead at the 17th, and she'll have a birdie putt here shortly.
Have a little bit of ball below her feet there. Make it a little bit more awkward for Jasmine.
Grace Kim has had a good day playing in that group with Lucy, and she's at the 17th, has this for birdie.
Yeah, when they stood on the 13th tee, Grace, you would say, had just as got an opportunity here to get the victory as Lucy Lee, but since then Lucy has outscored Grace Kim. But still, it's going to be a good week for Grace. This one up the hill, good look at birdie here. Just needs to hit it, it's up the hill.
Couple of really good chances for Grace to win this year.
She has. She's put herself in position quite a bit. She is a winner on the LPGA Tour. She won in Hawaii. So she knows how to get the job done. She's just been, I think she puts a lot of pressure on herself when she puts herself in that situation again, as everybody does, because they don't want people to think that that first win is a bit of a fluke. They want you want to kind of back it up. But she has the game to back it up, no doubt.
She won in her 5th start on the LPGA Tour. Buhai, it took her 200 plus before she broke through in a huge way at Muirfield, winning the AIG Women's Open. And Jim, she's stalking this one at the 11th.
Yeah, that experience of winning that and then winning the next year, it just you know, kind of creates that confidence in yourself. And this putt here is really it's a fast putt, but you walk up here saying, oh, it's got a lot of, you know, right to left, but it really doesn't. It's a pretty straight early, and at the end it'll actually fall right. Dottie Ardina was on a very similar line, and it missed just to the right.
And she held that follow through. She liked the strike.
That'll be to stay at 13 under, but a putt for Lucy Lee here for birdie at 17.
Yeah, good chance up the hill, a little movement from left to right. Just didn't quite move as much as she thought. Her and her caddy were kind of looking over towards the big leaderboard that's on the right side of the 17th, so at least her caddy will know exactly how things stand. I'm not sure if Lucy took a good look at it or not, but they know that this 18th hole will be one that can make a big difference.
I don't actually know how players don't look at the leaderboard. I mean, it was impossible for me to not look. And Jim, how about you? Were you a leaderboard watcher?
Oh, you better believe you better know where you stand, especially with these finishing holes.
Yubon for birdie.
I tell you what, Karen, you know, you've seen this hole. There's a limb hanging over, and for her to hit it this close was very impressive. I think that's why you saw Ashley and ball so far to the right. If it doesn't come up high enough, it catches that limb. But this ought to slide a little left to right, but keep it in the hole with some speed. Like that.
Mm-hmm. She is not afraid of going low, Grant.
No. And
I mean, she was on a 59 watch.
She was at ShopRite.
Mm-hmm.
She had a pitch shot in front of the green at the 9th. Shot 61 that day. Jasmine Suwanapura, second at 16.
Ball was below her feet. That was that awkwardness. Didn't hurt her too much, but I mean, played safe out to the right. I think she had to do that from that lie.
And par's never a bad score at 16. She'll have a putt to tie the lead. Lucy Lee up by 1, heads to the par 5 18. Good look at what the players see at the par 4 12th. Here's Buhai.
Yvonne's in the fairway, and this ball's heading left. It better get down. And there's some trees over there, too, that block. It kicked it back, maybe.
Well, the trouble is that she might be in the fairway or even just, but you've still got tree limbs that overhang that make it a really difficult second shot.
In that tie for third with, among others, Lauren Hartledge over at the 13th, her third shot. Feels like a must make, doesn't it? That'll be for par.
Absolutely does.
They all do at this point, don't
I know.
they?
And you need to be aggressive with your shots too. Like, pars aren't really the answer today.
And it makes what Jasmine did on Friday when the winds were really gusty even more impressive. Shot 63 that day for the first round lead. And now, here at the 16th, this putt to tie Lucy Lee.
Oh, it looks good.
It's perfect, and Jasmine Suwanapura gets it to drop at the 16th, and she ties Lucy Lee. Came into the week 75th in the race to the Simi Globe. Yeah, getting fired up. And so Jasmine would be projected to move inside the top 60. You said she played a little bit cautiously because of the lie at 16. Gave herself a chance.
Well, and that's what you have to do.
And she's done it twice on the LPGA Tour.
She knows how to win, no question. And I also think that the hurdles that she's had to overcome, you know, the potential of never playing golf again, really brings it home to you what golf means to a player. So she's out there knowing that this is what she wants to do and she's loving it. And I think that makes a big difference.
She said, people asked me, what would you do if you weren't a golfer? She said, I'd still want to be a golfer. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
That injury, the broken back, it came early in her career. It was 2015. She's come back, and she's won twice and a great chance to win again. And that is a bonus birdie at 16. And a little bit of space here with those chasers, and one of them is Lauren Hartledge. Big par putt at 13.
Wow, 13's a tough hole, but terrible time to drop a shot.
It's been a great week in Northwest Arkansas. It's going to be a great start to this upcoming week. The Blessings Collegiate Invitational. First round coverage comes your way on Golf Channel tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And Maria Odemarin is the defending champion, playing so well this week in the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship presented by P&G. Well, Jen Hee Im made a nice run today early, shot 65. She's second in the Louise Suggs Rolex Rookie of the Year standings to this young woman from Japan, Mao Saigo. And now Saigo has this for eagle. She's not out of it.
It's uphill. She can be aggressive with this putt.
It's a great battle for Rookie of the Year. the last 2 rookies of the year won this event in their first season. Now that tells you what I think she figured she had to do, maybe, which was make that one.
Yep. Yes, exactly.
Well, that's what you were talking about, Karen, right here with Ash at the 12.
Lower one, and let's try to see if it'll skip up.
Correct. Yep, I like it. So
This
she's
is the shot. Okay? Right, come on, see it, feel it. Off that bunker.
Yep, exactly. She's going to have to manufacture a little shot here. She's talked about hitting a lower one to let it bounce up. The trees do overhang just a little bit, Jim. I mean, does she have any room there at all?
Oh, yeah, there's room. And low won't be the problem because she's on the downhill lie. It's just trying to draw it off this downhill lie. She was fortunate because if it's 40 feet from going out of bounds if it doesn't hit that pine tree and comes back. But the shot from in the woods is a lot tougher. This is doable to get to the front edge. Just that downhill lie is what keeps it from maybe able to turn it over as much as she'd like. Oh, you could hit a shot like this. Oh, my goodness. Well, that's not exactly what I saw, but that'll work.
She is a shot maker, Karen.
She is. And well, you don't win at Muirfield unless you're a bit of a shot maker.
All right, Jasmine Suwanapura tied for the lead. Now it's 17.
Oh, that's not a bad leave, though. I mean, putting straight up at it.
Now she was 8 under in round 1. She's 8 under par today. 3 birdies in her last 4 holes, including this one at the 16th. It tied Lucy Lee at the top. She's got another coming up. At the 12th, Apachai Yubon second.
Yeah, just 130 here, a very gettable hole location. And this is on a fantastic line.
Okay.
How good is that?
She's making a little move right here, Grant. She's looking very solid.
Tap ins at 11 and 12. She'll go to 14 under, and we've seen this, Karen, all 3 days. Maria Fassi with kids from her foundation. Fassi's friends, they're calling the hogs at the 17th. Got to do it 3 times to make it official. Finish with Razorbacks here. There you go. Karen, I love this. She brings together kids of all abilities to try to learn a little bit more about golf.
Well, and that's, you know, that's the definition of growing the game. That's an appreciation for the game that's given you so much, and being able to pass it forward to other youngsters to have similar opportunities and to build a love of the game as well. And bringing them inside the ropes, that's pretty special, because when you're at a golf tournament, everybody's telling you to keep out, keep out, keep out. And Maria's bringing them inside, into her world, inside the ropes, and that's a very special thing.
That is a great point. So important. Unfortunately for Maria, just not able to follow up that brilliant opening round of 64. She's dropped a couple of shots today, and not an easy one here. 17.
No, she's going to land this on a little downslope. Oh, getting enough spin on it, though. Well done, Maria.
She has a history of late pushes in the season to keep her card. She'll need that again this year. Woo pig. Is there a yardage book? Shows us she's one of 4 Razorbacks in the field, including the amateur, the sophomore at Arkansas, Maria Jodemarin, who leads the pack. How about that?
That's very impressive golf from her. And I think everybody that's playing down at the Blessings next week are going to be like, man, we have to compete against her again.
Yeah, they're all out on their back porches here at Pinnacle Country Club, and Ashley Buhai with a great chance here for birdie.
Yeah, after a great shot coming in here. It's a little bit of a slider up the slope, but man, I did not see this result. I thought she could get it to the front of the green, but there was a beautiful shot off that downhill lie. very fortunate on the breaks to see if she can take advantage of it.
Needs it. A great chance. She'll stay 2 back. Might be 3 back here momentarily. This is Jasmine Swanapura. Mentioned she's a veteran going old school with the plumb bob. We see this with her. And this to take the lead outright.
She had it too. Just needed more speed.
All right, so she'll head to the par 5 18. That's where Lucy Lee is. There's long wait at that reachable par 5. Lucy Lee has just teed off. But we'll get you back first to the 12th. I might have been premature in giving this to Arpachai Yubon.
I don't know about that. I probably would have given it to her, and I'm pretty tough after that shot in there. But the last 2 holes hit some wonderful shots. She's a player, like Karen says. She's not going to back down. She knows how to get it done.
It was a year ago this week that Yubon won the gold medal at the Asian Games. Doesn't get a lot of publicity over here, but if you're in China, Philippines, Thailand, Korea, that is a huge event. She came from way back to defeat Aditi Ashok. That's where we first really got to know Yuka Saso, winning gold medal in that event. And so this weekend, good vibes for Yubon. Back-to-back tap-in birdies, and suddenly she is just 1 back. Today's coverage is brought to you by Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus free delivery and more ways to save. And by Win Grips, the best grips in golf. A day that began with more than half of the 77 who made the cut with a really legitimate chance to win it. Now some separation. Lucy Lee, 21-year-old from Northern California, 9 under today. The veteran from Thailand, Jasmine Swanapura, also going low. And Lucy and her group are at the 18th. This is Grace Kim and Tom Abbott's there.
Yeah, 207, a little low one there from Grace, trying and struggling to get up the slope. Wasn't her best strike.
No, I imagine that all the worms there were a little bit scared for their lives when that one was coming at them. That was pretty low.
Lucy's driven it in the first cut. It was a good drive, just had a little too much draw on it, but she's got 198, and she's looking right at this one. It's a pretty good strike. Right at the flag, needs to draw a little bit more. Oh, it's a good shot to get up there. Give her an eagle chance, won't it? Tough to tell from down here exactly
sure
where
will.
it is.
That would tie an LPGA record in the 75 years of this tour for most eagles in one round. She holed out at 8 for an eagle, made an eagle at 14, and that for an eagle at 18. More importantly, that would give her a 2-shot lead. Right, Mao Saigo from where Lucy made it, right? Over at 15?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the spot. Watch out for Mao. She's within 2 with that 3rd straight birdie.
So many opportunities on this back 9 for players to make birdies.
And so in that group right behind Lucy is Jasmine Swanapura at that 18th. Wait's not going to be quite as long for Jasmine as it was for Lucy. You got the veteran and the youngster here tied at the top.
You do. It's a tee shot, Grant, that sort of sweeps down, downhill and to the left. You think you can cut off more than you can actually on the left side. That the play is to be this little bit down the right side with a smidge of draw, and not over the bunker that you can see in your view, because you think that's the line, and it's not. The rough sneaks in. You can just see that bunker poking out there. You need to be right of that bunker to keep it in the fairway.
Not a big hitter, but a straight one, Jasmine.
Yeah, this will be good. Oh, it's just didn't draw as much as I was thinking.
You may get line of sight relief there, and it might improve her lie. That looked like hard pan, didn't it?
It did. But there's all kinds of temporary movable obstructions going on over there that she can probably get.
Told you it was coming our way.
And if that draws another yard or two, doesn't it kick down into the fairway?
It will kick left, absolutely.
Interesting. All right, here is Marine at the 17th.
Oh, nice.
How about that? She shot 65 on Friday with 8 birdies, including here.
She knows how to make the crowds happy on that 17th hole. She birdied it in the first round, too.
You bet. All right, here is Grace Kim at the 18th.
It's a pretty deep valley down there compared to other parts of the golf course, so can't see the bottom of the flag. A lot of visualization here, Karen.
Yeah, you do have to rely on the distance here, Tom. Just really stick to it.
That'll be to move up one to 12 under. It's going to be another top 10 for Grace. An eagle putt coming up for Lucy Lee, and we'll see about Jasmine right of the fairway and what kind of predicament she might be in. And you think about this week for Marine getting to play, as we said, with fellow Razorbacks, and also today on this Sunday with Lexi.
Well, she's getting a view of exactly what the LPGA Tour is like. I mean, obviously Stacey Lewis is and Maria Farsi are players that she's used to seeing quite a bit there. But now playing with Lexi, somebody who she would not have thought about potentially being paired with, and here she is with one of the LPGA's greats.
Oh, and she nearly saw Lexi hoop one. How close was this?
Ooh,
Wow.
right over the flag. What a shot. And then almost did it. I mean, that could have gone in twice on the way going up and going back down again.
Lucy broke Lexi's record for youngest player to ever compete in the U.S. Women's Open. Of course, our colleague Morgan Pressel said it back in 2001, and then Lexi broke it in 07. And Lucy in 2014 at Pinehurst. 10 years later, she is on the verge, perhaps, of her first LPGA title. And Tom, she's got a putt for yet another eagle. You have seen quite the show from Lucy since you got out there.
Oh, she's just been in the zone. You can tell she's really focused. It was a bit of a shame as they finished 17 because she was scampering off the green to walk down to the 18th tee. And as soon as she got to the back tee there, she could see the group in front was still on the tee. So it was a bit of a icing situation there. Had to wait about 10 minutes before she could hit the tee shots, but has stayed focused. And this, Karen, is a putt that you would fancy. Up the hill, little right to left. It's one of those putts that a right-hander would relish, and she has a good chance to finish with an eagle here.
And she's been rolling it really well. She's been putting herself in these positions. This is something she's comfortable with so far today.
Yes!
Oh!
A third eagle of the day for Lucy Lee to shoot 60 and take a 2-shot lead. She ties an LPGA record with 3 eagles in one round. She ties the second best score in LPGA history, and she unties the top of the leaderboard.
Wow, and sets a mark that is, I mean, for Suwanapura now, just to match her, she's got to have an eagle now too. And she's in trouble off the tee. And it makes Bew, High, Saigo, and U-Bolt have to really push hard now. I mean, what a great putt. Tom described it perfectly. And she executed perfectly.
And the crowd sensed something special might happen. Yeah. The 7th player in the 75 years of the LPGA Tour to make 3 eagles in one round. She needed every one of them. And now it's Lucy Lee who has posted that number, 17 under. She leads by 2. At the 13th, Arpachaya Yubon second.
Yeah, 159. Not much wind right now. Needs a good one right here.
On this 13th hole, 2 things. Hit fairway, hit the green. She did both. That's huge. It's one of those little speed bumps that you have to negotiate around this golf course.
At the 17th, Lexi Thompson for birdie.
Ooh.
All right, so it is going to be relief for Jasmine Suwanapura. And she would have been up there watching Lucy Lee roll it in for eagle. So Suwanapura has got to make a 3 to tie Lucy. All right, Maria Fassi, you heard the second shot of her. They're all watching. How about this shot, this angle?
I think she's got a chance. Depends on the lie and depends on
98.5. 98.5. 98.
I mean, the lie looks to be quite reasonable. She's got room. You've got the flag that's on that right side. I mean, it's pretty open now. A little bit ball below her feet, a little bit downhill. I mean, obviously quite firm where she's standing, but I mean, no rough to negotiate. This has a potential.
And now she's got to have it because of what Lucy Lee just did. An eagle at the 18th, her 3rd of the day to shoot 60 and post 17 under. Should say we've had a 2 today on a par 5. Nana Kurtz-Madsen. I might be asking a little much. It's got her attention.
Oh, what a shot!
Oh, maybe it's not asking too much.
Wow, Jasmine Suwanapura. Wow.
And Maria Fassi liked that one. Another look from this angle.
See ball a little bit below her stance, but clear view to the hole. Makes great contact.
She knew it when she hit it, didn't
Oh,
she?
she was eyeballing that all the way.
I mean, to stand there and deliver knowing what she had to do.
I think Fassi was wanting to have a good look too, so she borrowed the rangefinder just to have a look.
Lucy signing her scorecard and a couple of autographs as well.
You did, yeah.
I was like, oh no.
There's so many rocks there.
Boy, I thought he hit it so good.
Getting that relief, helpful. And now Marine for birdie at 17. She had a couple of putts yesterday in our coverage to tie the lead in round 2. And a nice little back nine run here after the stumble at the second. Dad Jose on the bag. Back we go to the 13th. So it's first time she's had something other than a tap in about 30 minutes for Yvonne. This is for birdie.
Yeah, and it's as Karen said, it's just such a tough hole. It's been one of the tougher holes. It always is one of the tougher holes, but this putt might have a little left in it. It's got, I think, pretty good speed based on the first 2 days from this direction coming this way. These putts have been pretty decent speed. We're so far out on the back of the golf course, you can't really hear the cheers. Won't see a scoreboard for at least another hole, so I'm not sure if they know where they stand or not, or where she stands.
Got the very reachable par 5 14th. Seen a 2 there, several 3s. So a big one here for Yvonne.
Yeah, I wouldn't count her out. You got 2 reachable par 5s. There's still some golf left for her.
Every hole from this point in is a birdie opportunity.
Or eagle.
Yeah, exactly.
16 is probably the toughest of those.
Yeah, just because the tee shot can be a little tricky, but
Yeah.
still the whole location isn't too bad. It's still an opportunity.
It's been a huge season of comebacks on the LPGA Tour. Lucy Lee has a chance to author one of the biggest ones yet. And now Ash Buhai. This is for par, Jim?
Yeah, she drove it in the left side of the fairway, was blocked out by the pine trees, did a nice job to get it just short of the green, then got a little frisky with the chip shot. So she's got a good 6 feet for par. And you can't afford a bogey at this point in the game.
No, this is I mean, she's 4 back now, and with holes starting to tick away, this is a must make, I think, Jim.
Yeah, we always say that when we catch a lot of grief about it, but this in this case is definitely that. You know you've won, so you understand that theory.
It's just a matter of it becomes a numbers game, doesn't it?
It does, and you know, you always wondered, I mean, how much does she pay attention? Does Caddy pay attention? Someone of the two has to pay attention. I have a feeling she knows where she stands, and she knows how important this putt is, and she knows, hey, possible a couple eagles coming in there, just a couple left shots off the tee, and you know, she's hit good shots on the second ones, but as you said, it's a big one.
Stay up. Yep. Up to the challenge right there.
Work to do, but a chance for Buhai, who had the big lead at Muirfield, lost it with a triple bogey at the 15th hole on that Sunday, but emerged from a playoff with NG Chun.
4 shots back with 5 holes to play.
Here's Lucy signing some autographs. She's going to watch what happens with Jasmine Suwanapura, who has a short eagle putt to tie her.
Hey, Tom.
Lucy's best chance to win was actually before she joined the LPGA Tour. She was on the Epsom Tour, took the lead into the final round of the Dana Open outside Toledo. Joined the tour last year, and now Lucy with a great chance to win for the first time. Just moments ago at the 18th, this for her 3rd eagle of the day and a 60. Suwanapura's tee shot drifted right, got relief from that signage, and hit one of the best shots of her life. And that'll be to tie Lucy. So she'll wait for a bit. Lucy, by the way, was 77th after round 1 and 8 back of Suwanapura. Now she leads Jasmine, and Lucy's with Tom Abbott.
Yeah, what a round of golf from Lucy Lee. Just the third time since 1979 on the LPGA Tour that a player has, seventh time since 1979 that a player has had 3 eagles in the round. Where does that rank in the golf that you've played in your career?
Yeah, I mean, that was crazy. 60 is like the lowest round I've ever shot, but with 2 3-putts, I mean, if you told me on the 4th hole that I was going to shoot 60, I would have thought you were out of your mind. But I mean, the eagle I made on 8, I mean, that was crazy. I hit this low hook around the tree, and I couldn't see it, but it went in like to that pin, which was really tough. I mean, that just really got my round going.
And let's talk about the 14th hole. Talk me through that second shot.
Yeah, 14. I think honestly, the tee shot was really important for me because I played this course last year and I was having a good round and I ended up hitting it into the water. So it was just in my mind, I was like, you just got to hit a good tee shot here. I know I hit it long enough that the second shot won't be too hard. And so just hitting like a pretty good tee shot was huge. And then having a perfect number for a 5-iron in. Yeah, I didn't think I hit it that close, but that was really nice to make another eagle. And then 18 was crazy.
Well, it was really well played. I know you want to get a bit of food. We're going to let you go and get a bite, and we may see you playing a little bit more golf later. Thanks, Lucy.
All right, here we go. Jasmine Suwanapura to tie the lead. This is some kind of golf.
Never a doubt, was it? I don't think there was any doubt in my mind that she was going to make that.
And a 61.
Crazy.
So we've got a tie at the top. Can anyone catch them? Still time. "31-year-old Jasmine Suwanapura, 12th season. And the LPGA Tour has a couple of wins. The first of them came in a playoff at the Dana Open back in 2018. And she might be headed for another playoff after just a ridiculous second shot at the 18th and then paying it off with the short putt for eagle to tie the lead.
Just crazy. I mean, just such a gutsy performance. Being able to stand up there and hit the shot when you had to, and then make the putt when you had to.
She knew it, knew what she had to do, and she did it. She was able to freewheel it a bit at the Dana Open in 2018. She was trailing Brooke Henderson and Brittany Lincecum. Just kind of let it rip on that day. Kind of playing with house money. Got into the playoff. Here she knew what she had to do.
But she still had to play some really clutch shots.
Brilliant.
You know, when she was in the playoff, I mean, little chippy wedge that from a tight lie that a lot of players would have struggled with.
Huge tee shot here for Ubon at 14.
Oh, that's not what you need.
I think it's down into the water. Right back, it goes back. Yep, I think it's in. There's actually a little room you could play one out of there potentially, but unlikely. Mao Saigo at the 17th. She had no room for par and did make a 4 at the 16th par, so it's going to be another good week for Saigo, but not going to be enough to win for the first time. Maria Marin has a third shot here at the 18th as she finishes up her very first LPGA start.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of a downhill lie here. It's a good little benchmark for her to set herself up against. You know what's out there. You've seen what the best can do, and you know your game stacks up.
What a way to finish.
Absolutely.
Short birdie putt at 17 and a tap in at 18 to get to 10 under par. That'll take her into a tie for 15th. All right, what is the story at 14 with Yubon, Jim?
Well, this tee shot entices you to go down that left side, and she did, and she's hit it in the penalty area, hit the trees and bounced back in. They're just trying to determine where it crossed, and I think it's right where they are.
Where's you got a rules? Can we we're back there. Can we go and line with the flag directly this way?
We can. We just need to find or determine as best as we can a crossing point. So
Crossing point, we agreed kind of like between right about here to here. Okay. The ball came to rest kind of like by the red stake.
Yeah.
Like maybe just a little bit past it.
Yeah, if we could just mark down the crossing point, because then that point is going to create the line that we're going to rope it on. So the best estimation we can take the exact spot on the line.
Okay.
Is what we're going to use to determine where.
Yep.
You guys had about 5 minutes.
Sure. Yeah. They said between here and here. Okay, I got you. So we'll go as far back as we want on this line, or two club lanes sideways.
It's 2 club lanes from this point.
Straight back.
All right, so as the LPGA rules official Lauren Crossbacher helps Yubon get her drop, Buhai is going to go ahead here.
She sure is, and she's trying to get a number here, 211. Took it up that right side, got a nice kick to here. Ball's maybe slightly above her feet, which I hope gets to this left hole location. Not much wind. Got some planes flying over, so hopefully that's not a distraction. Starts out to the right, and that is not turning.
No, but she had a little bit longer in there than a number of players have had, and so should be an easy up and down for Ashley from there.
That would be for birdie if she gets it up and down. With 4 to play, she'd be 3 back. All right, so Yubon's still a chance to make par. The problem is this is a birdie or eagle hole.
Exactly, and this is not the time to not be making birdie here. You got to feel like this is playing like just a long par 4.
Just keep it on money to the park, just a little run through as well. At the red stake. That's all you need. It's 75 to 100.
Okay, she's got it just above her feet. They're trying to get it to a proper number. I think that's the key to this layup here. And being out of the rough, you just don't know how much it's going to roll. That came out really low. Now, this is a guess on how far it's going to roll. It needs to probably sit down a little bit.
Yeah. That'll be a 4th shot on the par 5. While we have a moment, let's send it back to Tom.
Here with Jasmine Sawannapura after an amazing day, your best round on the LPGA Tour by some 2 shots. When did you get that feeling that a round like this was coming?
I don't think because I don't expect to have amazing round today, and you know I'm so behind because of yesterday's score, and all I just have to do is try my best to make birdie out there, and knowing everybody have chance today, so I just have to keep, you know, fighting to the end, basically.
Well, you fought all the way to the end of the round with that eagle on 18. Talk me through the 18th hole.
I know that I hit a little bit to the right, and hopefully it's not in a bad line. And, you know, got in front of the sign, got a free drop, and the line was not the best because it's a little bit of dry area, so I was actually slipped on that shot, and somehow it went straight right at the pin, and Fossey was just like, that was amazing, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm kind of blind, I just hope it's good, and, you know, I just do what I can do, my best on that, you know, time, and it was today.
Did you know that you had to make eagle to tie Lucy Lee?
I figured, because I heard the crowd go pretty wild on 18 green, and I'm like, well, a little bit of long putt, so it might be an eagle putt. And, you know, I mean, I'm already lucky enough to be that close for eagle, and I'm like, well, might as well have to do it.
Well, you did it. There might be a little more golf left to play, so we'll let you go now. But thank you very much for talking to us, Jasmine. Great day today.
Thank you.
Tom, Jasmine, thanks. Let's watch. And Jasmine really got things going on the back nine. Birdie 10, and then Karen this at 11.
Just a little hint of things to come. I mean, didn't hit the greatest shot in there, but made up for it with a fabulous putt.
5 under par on her round at that point. Then at the 16th.
Again, putter staying really hot for Jasmine.
And it was a terrific second shot with the ball below her feet. Paid it off. Made par at 17, and then here you go. She said she slipped a little.
On that with her right foot there, just a little slippage.
Maria Fossey knew it was great.
Yeah.
Phenomenal shot. Figured she had to make it. And she did. This is not a power player, but boy, when she needed it, she did it. And so they will wait to see if they have any company or if anyone could possibly pass them. 4th shot at 14 for Eubon.
Yeah, 113 coming in here. Coming in low.
Now that'll be to stay at 14 under, the closest pursuer to Lee and Sawanapura, who will now sit and wait on this Sunday in Arkansas. Just an enormous par putt for Arpachaya Eubon. His tee shot at the 14th, found the penalty area, and working hard here for a 5 to stay 3 back with 4 to go, Jim.
Yeah, there is a scoreboard right behind the green there. It's kind of at an angle, so I don't think she has not looked up there, but she knows how important this is. You know, she knows, feels like you got to make birdie on this hole for sure when they move the tee up, but right now you got to focus on the task at hand, and that's making this putt. Should have some right to left going up the slope.
There it is. But 15's been accessible today. 16's a little tougher, but 17 and 18, the chances are there, but
yeah,
need to make this one.
The line on the ball was not aimed as much to the right as where her putter was trying to get that ball. I think that was just, she felt it more when she got over it and didn't make the adjustment.
It's going to be just the 6th over par score at the 14th hole today. All right, finishing up at the 18th for Eagle Lexi Thompson. Another good week for Lexi.
Very solid.
As her days as a full-time player are running out. All right, Ash Buhey's 3rd to this point at the par 5 14th, and a huge putt for birdie.
Absolutely, and Karen said the last one was a must-make. This is right there in the same category. Oh, wow.
That was...
Came right out of it.
Yeah. The sense of urgency that you feel, because you know if you know you have to make it, and then all of a sudden it's becomes more difficult. I mean, don't forget that Lucy Lee and Suwanapura have really applied the pressure now to this last group, you know, by posting a number, holes running out. I mean, those eagles on the last, bit of a crushing blow there.
Of course, it means that they could do it as well, Buhai and Yvonne, but they're going to have to make some birdies before they get there. And what a week it has been for Maria Hodemarin. And she gets a kiss from Dad. A chance to play with some of her heroes this week in practice rounds in the tournament. Very first LPGA appearance and a closing birdie. Way to go. And best wishes, Maria, at the Blessings Collegiate Invitational, where she'll be the defending champ starting tomorrow, just down the road. All right, while we have a moment, it is time for Swing Control, presented by National Car Rental. And here's Karen.
Thank you, Grant. We're going to have an opportunity to look at Ashley Buhai up close and personal, known for her good rhythm, but also I think we should take note of how good her swing plane is. As we see her take her club back right now, this position here, you can see right here with the club head slightly outside her hands at 9 o'clock position. So she has to make up for that as she takes the club back to the top from this point in her swing. She's going to wind up nicely with those shoulders, and she really sets this position at the top with a very neutral club face. And this line here, this is the swing plane that Ashley's going to use to come down towards the hole on. Take note of her hands and how they follow that line very closely. She drops the club shaft just slightly under plane, but by doing so, it allows her to come on a little in-to-out path and create a little draw. As she comes through the ball now, you can see great impact position, but watch how her arms and hands exit through, the club following the plane on the way through, and her hands also following that line. It allows her to create some really consistent shots, and she's been in one of the top players, strokes gained tee to green consistently throughout her career.
Yeah, and that was brilliant, Karen. Thank you. Our Swing Control brought to you by National Car Rental. Ash had the lead after 18 holes last week at the Kroger Queen City Championship presented by P&G. She talked about, to your point, having all the shots and sometimes needing to make it simple. Just hit the shot that's right there in front of you, just because you can hit every shot.
Exactly.
Just hit the one that the shot calls for. Don't overthink it. Now, just a par at the 14th. And now 4 back with 4 to play. And at 15th, we've seen some birdies today. And Jim, this downhill par 3, the time is now for these players in this final group.
It sure is, you know, bad bogey and then a missed opportunity. But it's a little bit of breeze just came up. It's 100 and I'll be playing 110, 115 yards. Just don't want anything floating up there. That's the key to this shot. A little different angles. We mentioned tees on the far right.
Timing, I think Jim's been just a smidge off with Ashley today. She's been a little bit right, a little bit left.
You're exactly right. Remember the tee shot at 12 and 13, both were left. So actually pushed it on the last hole, but got away with it on the tee shot and also the second shot. So you're right. It's been kind of it's not quite in rhythm. Be time to get it back right now. It looks like it's starting left.
It's been a popular spot, a little bit left of this flag today.
So back into a tie for third with among others. Se-Young Kim, who's got this at 16. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, don't count out Se-Young. A birdie at 17 and an eagle at 18, and you never know. We've sort of 6 under on around. We've seen her make shots from
I was going to
plenty of shots from off the green. And back at 15 for Yubon.
She had a good one at the last par 3. And this one might need to get up a little.
Cool. There's been quite a bit of spin at the front of that green.
Well, don't go anywhere. We know we've got more meaningful golf, at least a playoff with Lucy Lee and Jasmine Suwanapura, and maybe, just maybe, a chance for one of these to catch them. Four down with 4 to play. A chance here for Buhai at the 15th.
Yeah, it's 25 feet or so. It's a little slighter. It may not break as much. The fall line's kind of strange where this hole's cut, so it may not have as much. It's going to go early left to right, but it's going to straighten out at the end.
Yeah, Jim Reed was pretty good there. It really did straighten out.
She goes back to the very first event here, very first official event here, 2008. Been staying with the same family for a decade or so. Hasn't played great here, actually. Never shot better than 66 here, but not this year. Buhai has been in contention, not mathematically out of it, but last couple of holes, she needed a putt to drop to have a better chance. Speaking of needing a putt to drop, here is Yubon.
Yeah, right to left. It's so hard, Karen, when you've made the mistake you made it on the last one to kind of reset and get kind of focused in. But she's done a nice job so far. It's just, that's a tough one to, you know, pill to swallow after that bogey on a par 5. You should be making birdie on it, like giving 2 shots to the field.
Completely agree. Very understandable though, taking the drive down the left though on the previous hole with the out of bounds down the right. So, but even so, mistake you cannot make.
So now they're going to have to do what Se-Young Kim is faced with. Birdie 16, birdie 17, and then eagle the 18th. There have been a bunch of eagles at 18 today. 7 of them. Kristen Gilman has a chance here for another. And a good season for Kristen, and a return to the LPGA Tour is well inside the top 100. Got her card back via the Epson Tour, and 3 good days this week for the Texan. Lucy Lee and Jasmine Suwanapura put on a show, and their day isn't done. Tied at the top. 26th of 33 official money events this week in Arkansas. Week off next week, and then off to Asia, China for the Buick LPGA Shanghai, Korea for the BMW Ladies Championship, Malaysia for the Maybank, and to the Toto Japan Classic before coming back to the U.S. Wednesday through Saturday at the Lotte Championship presented by Hoakule. And the next week will be the Pelican event down at the Tampa area, the Annika, and then the CME Group Tour Championship. See Nelly Korda in Korea and Malaysia. Lydia Ko is going to play a couple of those over there as well. All right, we are at the 17th, and Se-Young Kim, still a chance here. She's got to make this one for birdie, and then she'd have to eagle the 18th, just like Lucy Lee and Jasmine Suwanapura did. Playing with Jennifer Kupcho and Lauren Hartledge. So Kupcho has this for par. First event for Jennifer since the Solheim Cup. She had a singles win over Lynn Grant that at the end of the day just added some padding to the U.S. victory. But there was a moment there where it looked like the U.S. would need Jennifer's point, and she played really well. That was a great match back and forth.
It really was. I mean, Kupcho was up really early in that match, and then Grant came back, and then in the end, Kupcho took it. This is a good performance, though. I mean, she's played well this week.
This kind of a sneaky good year with a bunch of top 10 finishes and that Solheim Cup victory. Buhai at 16.
Just got to keep grinding it away.
That went left. And back we go to the 17th, and Se-Young Kim. This is a player who has the all-time LPGA scoring record. We know she can take it deep.
It's uphill. Got to give this plenty of steam.
Wow. That was for a 4th straight birdie, and to give her a chance to tie with an eagle at the 18th. All right, so up at that 18th, the second shot for Japan's Mao Saigo, 15th in the race to the CME Globe.
Yes, she was.
That's why.
Shows you how soft it is that you can get that ball to stop uphill, coming in where it's a little flatter.
At 16, Yubon.
It's been a tough finish for this final group.
Good tee shot, but it's going to take some kind of magical finish for Yubon or Buhai to have a chance. Today's coverage is brought to you by Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus free delivery and more ways to save. And by Volunteers of America, dedicated to building healthy communities through health, housing, and human services. Give at VOA.org. Oh, this does not look good for a player who's got to make birdie. She's going to have to hole one from the fairway. Buhai just punching out.
Just hasn't had her best stuff today. There's been a little bit too much right and left in her shots.
For a closing eagle, Mao Saigo. She had eagle putts at 14 and 18. Wouldn't have been enough even had she made both. But another really good week for a player leading the Rookie of the Year race.
And she's done it so, you know, she's been sneaking in there with that Rookie of the Year race. Just slowly, just putting in good result after good result, being consistent.
At the 17th, Pajari Ananarukarn. It's been another great year for tie winners on the LPGA Tour. She has a couple, including last year. That was at the T-Mobile Match Play. That was the second of her 2 career wins. 2023. Yubon looks like another one following in those footsteps. Great young Thai player, but she needs to get it going here. Second at 16.
Yeah, needs something special. 163, got it on the proper side of the fairway. Whole location's on that left side. It's just right of the hole.
Well, a chance. That would take her to 14 under.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. You got it, mate. Love it. Come on.
Now the third for Buhai.
You know, Karen, you got to keep grinding, but sometimes you miss the putt like she did at 14. You kind of lose your concentration and that focus, and that's every time you get in this in contention, no matter how many times you win, you learn something out of it, or you should. Learning to spin it to the left, it could be a good save.
She's done well. I just think sometimes when the timing goes off, you become a little too handsy with it, and I mean, Ashley is a player that thrives on syncing everything up with her swing, and you do have to make sure that everything's working together.
Was it ever working today for Lucy Lee as we take a look at our Putt Smarter presented by the Odyssey AI Putters. Lucy at the 15th. It was already a good day. That was after a short eagle putt at 14 dropped. Pars at 16 and 17, and then at 18 for eagle. Her third of the day.
She knew it was good.
Ties an LPGA record with 3 eagles in 1 round. Putt Smarter, presented by the Odyssey AI Putters.
I mean, the remarkable thing, as she said, she had 3 putts in her round today as well.
A 60 with 2 bogeys. Just amazing. Gabby Lopez has not had the Sunday that she was hoping for. Began the day 2 shots off the lead, but languishing now back in a tie for 27th.
That's about as good as you can do from that. Downhill lie, no green to use.
She's talked about needing to be kinder to herself the last couple of weeks, and she was really proud that she endured the triple bogey yesterday on the 14th hole early in her second round, came back to post a good number and put herself in position. She'll need to be kind to herself tonight. It's been a day to go low, as we've seen, and she's gone in the wrong direction. Final group is at the par 4 16th. And Dante Ardina, who had the lead by 2 midway through the second round yesterday in that final group with Buhai and Yubon. Is it Yubon to go here, Jim?
I believe so. I mean, look at Dottie, it's a learning experience for her. She mentioned yesterday she doesn't like to look at leaderboards, and maybe gets a little nervous with that. Just got off to a poor start, but for Yubon, she had a lot of going. But just made, as we said, that bogey on the par 5 of her. But this putt here goes right. She's still grinding it out here. Still plenty of people out here. They want to get excited. They're still having a good time. So no time like the present to make birdie.
Birdie here, birdie at 17, and he would at least keep that door open.
Dream is still alive.
Still a chance.
Ooh.
15 and 16. Those putts burn the edge.
No, the really kicker was the bogey on the par 5 14.
Tee shot into the penalty area. Unable to save par on the easiest hole on the course. All right, so Buhai with this putt for par.
You might have a little right to left in it, but I'm like Karen. Once you start kind of losing your golf swing, it's hard to kind of find it. You know, you grind it out mentally as much as you can, but when you get it moving right and left and missing it that direction, that's a tough one, boy. That one really takes the wind out of the sails. But this would be a great save. I mean, she hadn't quit trying. I think that's the thing that you have to do in these positions is no matter where, you're not going to win the tournament, but you got to grind it out. Get as many CME points you can, you know, get as high up in the leaderboard as you can. Just keep grinding. Find a way to find in deep. Find out something about yourself in a position like this.
That's her, though, isn't it?
Oh, it absolutely is. But you've got to try and find a way to avoid that flat feeling. You know, that one where you realise that. Well done, Ashley.
Scrambling par at the 16th. For a player 74th in the CME race, these are big moments. A chance to move inside the top 60.
Yep.
Lopez for par up ahead at 17.
I think she put a lot of pressure on herself to have a good one today.
Playing in her college town, one of the fan favorites. Take a look at recent winners here at the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship, presented by P&G. Hate on You 2023. Gino Titigun, both of them were Rookie of the Year when they won here. Nasa Hataoka, it was the second of her 2 wins this event. Austin Ernst in the COVID year, and Sung Hyun Park, former #1 in the world. Gino Titigun finishing up this for Eagle at 18. That'll be back-to-back birdies. Wrap things up for Gino. Double bogey at the 4th really undid her bid for a rally today, but very consistent.
It's a good week work.
Last week took the lead into the final round.
Yeah, 367ers. I mean, that's definitely a good week by anybody's standards. Just so happens that other players have taken it a little deeper than you.
Here's Dottie Ardina at the 17th. She's fallen back into a tie for 43rd, and a player at number 124 in the race to the CME Globe. You saw that just exhale. Long day.
Yeah, well, and she knows how important this was. This was a great opportunity for her to not to have to deal with going back to the Q Series. It's something that she's had to do.
Yeah.
Her entire career has been constantly living on the edge.
Well, we need some magic. Jim, you got any left?
I got a couple in my back pocket, but I may have to save that for myself. But for her, I think the hardest part is you know, you get in this position, you start thinking a golf swing, and she's such a sharp shot maker, and I think that's where it gets tricky mentally. That's left.
All right, Yubon next.
She's hit a couple good putts. They just haven't fallen. The speed was okay. It's just maybe a little bit on the brake, but I look for her to hit a good shot here. She's due to hit one. The last couple holes have been not her best, but I look for her to hit a good shot. Get this crowd, the rest of them are still out here, get them something to cheer for. flap on that one.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Needed to go either 1-3 or 2-2. Have a chance to get to 17 under. The wait continues for Lucy Lee and Jasmine Suwanapura. All right, Ashley Buhai at the 17th. Second shot at this par 3.
Yeah, she's had 3 different clubs out. The problem here, if you try to putt it, you don't know what it's going to do out of the soil. This is probably the smarter play. It's just such a short distance to carry it. And it's really firm right underneath. I think that's what she's talking about right here. That's what. This is the safer play, Karen. I like this one a little bit better.
Yeah, I think you can judge the speed on this quite easily. I think it becomes more difficult to make it, but because it's still going to be unpredictable rolling through that fringe, but in terms of getting the speed right, it shouldn't be a problem.
And so that officially ends her chances. And now Se-Young Kim at the 18th has to hole it to tie the lead. Got her holding one to beat Indy Park, the Lotte Championship, year of 2015.
It's good to see her name back up there at the top of the leaderboard. It's been a fairly quiet couple of years for Se-Young, but she is really talented, and we've come used to seeing her name up the top a lot. So good to see her back there.
Yeah. All right, here is Yubon for birdie. Saw her pitch in as our show was ending yesterday at this 17th.
There's a little bit of a right to lefter coming down the slope.
And this will be a player that we should expect to see at the top of the leaderboard more often. I mean, has been proven now that she can go low. As a player, if you know that you can go low at any time, it kind of really gives you a lot of confidence when you go into tournaments, because it doesn't matter what people throw at you, you always know that you can go low. A different spot to be in if you know that 63, 62's in the cards for you.
See a lot of players and fans wearing yellow. It's part of the Play Yellow initiative. Jack and Barbara Nicholas began with Children's Miracle Network several years ago. They have raised $100 million for pediatric cancer and children's health. And this week, proceeds from ticket sales headed to Arkansas Children's Hospital Northwest, one of the local facilities doing such good work for young people in the area. Dottie Ardina, birdie at 17. That kind of day, huh?
Yeah, it's a shame when you feel like everything is just kind of stacking up against you.
Never played in the final group. So an opportunity to learn something, but an opportunity missed today to move inside the top 100. And in the shadows there at the 18th, Jennifer Kupcho. And that'll be a short birdie putt to get her into a tie for 7th. Par putt here for Buhai at the 18th, at the 17th rather.
Oh dear.
Wind has come out of the sails.
Well, and that's exactly what happens. There's a flat feeling when you realise that you're not going to win, and it's hard to pick yourself up from that.
Lauren Hartledge for eagle. You see she's number 85 in the race to the CME Globe. And this will help. 2-putt birdie. Into the tie for 6th. She was 5th at Sahalee, the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. Had a chance to play on that big stage. The final group on Saturday. And now Se Young Kim, last win for her came 4 years ago next month. Player who was Rookie of the Year in 2015, Player of the Year in 2020. Showing some signs that she's regaining that kind of form. There you go. It's one short, but a great finish for Se Young. 3rd place alone. Better each day. 3rd top 10 of the season.
Well, and she'll head over to Asia now with some really good momentum behind her.
And now Kupcho for her birdie. Sixth top 10 of the season for Jennifer. Lucy Lee finished, what was it, close to an hour ago. Began the day tied for 25th, 5 shots off the lead, but even with a couple of early 3-putts, Karen, she got it going. Hold out for eagle at 8, birdied 9, birdied 10, and then at 11.
Well, I was going to say, when you hit it in close like this, the chances of a 3-putt are pretty slim from there. So
balance those out with the no putt at 8. And then at 14 rather.
She said this was the perfect club, perfect yardage for her. Just magnificent shot uphill to that green.
And this for eagle. Her 2nd of the day. And then at 15.
She wasn't happy with the approach, but it doesn't really matter if you're going to go ahead. Do that, make the putt.
9 under in a 9-hole stretch. Par 16, par 17, tied with Jasmine Suwanapura until this. Suwanapura would tie her with an eagle, and both are at 17 under. Last couple of years, we've had just one Rolex first-time winner after another. 23 the last couple of seasons, just 3 this year. Bailey Tardy in China, Renee Strom and Lauren Coughlin. That's Insights by KPMG. And a chance for Lucy to become the 4th. Karen, you think about this. She was 77th place after round 1. And 65 yesterday, goes low today, shoots 60, and now a long wait.
It is. and she's trying to keep herself loose. She knows her game's in good order, but it is fairly nerve-wracking waiting for that drive back to the 18th tee, which is where she and Jasmine will play off. Hopefully she's had a chance to hit a few shots as well, or will do, just to try and keep herself warmed up. And ultimately, you've got to try and keep your mind off of it for as much as you can. Focus on the quality of the work that you're putting in here. Did notice she had her phone out a little bit too, so no doubt she's been getting some messages and some texts from family and friends about what's going on.
Just 21 years old, but a bit of an old soul. She struck up relationships with the likes of Mickey Wright, the late, great superstar from the LPGA Tour. She's become friends with Johnny Miller, our colleague at NBC, both of them from Northern California, just trying to soak up as much wisdom as she could.
I think it is important to form those relationships with players that have been there and done it, because there's so much that you can gain and learn that you don't have to go through painful experiences gaining if you can take it from other people.
How painful will today be for Dottie Ardina? She's never been in this situation before.
No, she hasn't, and so she needs to cut herself a little bit of slack, but with time running out, I mean, she's been that player on the bubble all this time, going back to Hughes Series, just to try and keep her playing privileges, and that's a tough spot to be in. This was her opportunity to break out of that cycle of always having to go back, and it's hard to make it happen, Jim, when it's your only shot at it.
It is, and you're trying to, make sure you get in the, top 100, top 90, whatever it is, and you get that opportunity. You kind of let it slip away early. And I think just listening to her yesterday talking, like I mentioned it earlier, about talking about the leaderboard, being nervous and that's great not to have expectations, but I think, I think she'll learn from this, as everybody does. All three of these players are going to hopefully learn something, and they're going to have that feeling, hey, I don't want that feeling again, because I'll tell you, losing's no fun. But, you just can't go back and dwell on it after today.
No, I think Ubal and Ashley are in completely different situation with regards to their expectations, because although they didn't get the job done today, they know this won't be their only opportunity. They'll know that this will, they'll have other chances. It's not going to be a big deal. But for Ardina, if you've been in her situation the last 8 years, you don't know how many opportunities you're going to get.
No, and your future's on the line. That's the toughest part. And I think that's where you start pressing, and you can sense it. She made the double at 13, and just that was concentration pushing a little too hard. But maybe she gets, like you said, these other two, they've been there. They've established themselves. They know they're good players. They're solid for the year. Now they're just trying to keep climbing up that CME point list. Might need to get a little right.
Oh, just clinging on.
So now we know for sure it is down to just these two, Lucy Lee and Jasmine Sawada-Pura. As soon as play wraps up, these two will head out for a playoff. At the 18th, Nasa Hataoka for birdie.
Another good week, though, for NASA on a course that she's won on and generally enjoys coming to and playing. It does seem to me that if you play well on this course, you come back year in, year out and continue to play well on this course.
Yeah. And a birdie putt for Adriana Rukar. Good year for Padre. This is actually for Eagle. And at 9 under par, this would go a long way.
Amazing, you know, what Thailand has done with women's golf over the last decade. How many players have come out and stamped their name on trophies across the tour.
Four more wins this year. Patty Tavatanakit in Thailand, the Honda LPGA Thailand, that tournament that began in 2006 that has really launched so many great Thai players. Gino Titigun had a win earlier this year. Shaneti Wanasayan, back-to-back years with a victory. Moria Jatanagarn with another. And Jasmine Suwanapura was the second from Thailand to win on the LPGA Tour following Arya Jatanagarn. She's trying to stay loose. She's been finished like Lucy Lee for a long time. Would you expect that they would already be up at the 18th tee, or at least moving that way to get ready for the playoff?
Absolutely. I mean, it would be good to kind of get things moving along for these two. I'm sure they would welcome being told that now's the time to head back to the tee and get this way over with.
But the final group having already teed off, and here they are. Tati Ardina has laid up, and a second shot here for Yubon.
Yeah, she is. They're still doing a little calling of the hogs as Gabby Lopez walks off, but 181 front, 203 total. Kind of a fluffy lie here in this first cut.
You know, with this wind right now, it's hybrid. You cover front with that. No way to hit hard. And go up a little bit more. I'm positive. 182 to the front edge. It helps, no problem.
TV towers.
Yeah, TV tower's fine.
All right, or finish right?
Yeah, finish right. Ideally in the middle of the bunker or right edge, but it's perfect.
It's kind of going low. It's really got to get up.
Oh, she made a face. She knew that was not good. The lie was a little scruffy, Jim, as you were suggesting, just making that quite difficult.
Copy. Ball landing and trails at 18.
Buhai next.
170, 192 total. Much better lie. Very fortunate here. On the downslope, let's keep this down a little bit.
Well. Okay. Come on. One more good swing.
I like that last thing, Carol. One more good swing.
Just got to be really committed to this, Jim.
Yeah, something she hasn't been all day. This is a much better swing that carries.
It does. Be a speedy chip coming back down the hill, though.
All right, so we are moments away from the playoff. Lucy Lee and Jasmine Suwanapura. Well, these are big shots, even though Yubon is not going to win today. She's 69th in the race to the CME Globe. And everybody trying to get to Tiburon for the CME Group Tour Championship down in Naples. Chance to play for a $4 million first prize. So up and down here for birdie could help Yubon.
Everything helps at the end of the year. It always comes, sometimes it comes down to one shot, which is hard to believe over the course of time, but kind of going across that spine, that's the difficult part. I think she's got to carry it as far up here, maybe 15 feet just short of it. Because I think going low, it's going to kick it out to the right.
Just last minute feeling a little bit uncomfortable over it. A lot of times that happens when you don't quite have it in your mind exactly what you're going to commit to with the shot. Below the hole, putting back up towards it.
She was 14 under par on the 14th tee, the par 5. Pulled it into the penalty area, made bogey. Put her behind the 8 ball. Gabby Lopez, not the Sunday she was hoping for, but she's making a lot of people's day. Talked about how proud she is to be first Latina in the University of Arkansas women's program, and in this Hispanic Heritage Month, she embraces that role of ambassador that she took from Lorena Ochoa.
Well, and it was a good one a good mantle to take over. I mean, Lorena not being on the tour kind of leaves a bit of a gap, but knowing that she left a good legacy, passing it forward to players like Gabby is pretty cool. And these youngsters will remember when they stood in line here waiting for autographs, and they'll remember the players that interacted with them. And they'll certainly remember the ones who didn't. Not that there were many on the LPGA Tour, but...
No. Gabby was playing at University of Arkansas when she first played in this event, and so she has all the feels this week. Well, it's been such a strange year for Ashley Buhai. An old back injury flared up earlier this season. She had the weird incident at Sahalee at the KPMG Women's PGA when she broke her toe in a hotel there in Seattle area. Had to wear a shoe for several events with that part of the left pinky toe cut out of the shoe. She's fought through it all. To right when the season's really heating up, she has those 2 injuries, and typical Ashley, she just keeps fighting through it.
She gave that bet a good kick, didn't she?
She did.
To break that toe in such a bad way that I mean, it really, well, she was out for a long time with it, to be honest, as well, and then really struggled with the shoes and, you know, trying to find some comfort in getting around the golf courses. And also transferring your weight onto your left side.
Should be noted, Jim, she made the cut at Sahalee even after that. She was proud of that.
That's impressive, because I've broken a toe on a baby crib, and it hurts like fire. You do not wear a shoe for long, and then walking on these side hills. Should have some decent speed. Just depends what it does coming out of this French. I don't know it's going to have that speed, but it's trying to track.
Here's a good line, but maybe a little bit of work left too.
And she took a couple of months off after breaking the toe, and of all places to come back, the Scottish Open, where the wind and rain blew. She actually had a little baggie over her left pinky toe inside the shoe. She said it was just chaos, but made the cut there and played well at St. Andrews as well.
But that goes to show you just how bad it was, because, I mean, 2 months, that's a long time to still be struggling with it.
Ubon now with the birdie putt.
Yeah, should have some right to left in it, trying to get a kind of a feel of that. This is a really slow putt. This is one you can really miss low if you just don't quite have the speed.
She's projected to move to 56th at the moment, and she could move up a few more projected spots if this drops. Top 60 make it to the CME Group Tour Championship.
Well, and it will be important for her to take the momentum from this week on into Asia as well, just to keep maintaining her position inside the top 60. $4 million first place there at the CME Group Tour Championship. That's serious check to be playing for.
Well, it'll get your attention.
Yeah, you've got to be in it to win it, Jim.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's why these ladies work so hard. I mean, it's a reward at the end of the year.
Yeah, that might help. That might send her to the CME Group Tour Championship. Closing birdie for Yubon. And a great story. She got the very last card at Q School in 2022. Just squeezed into the top 100 last year to keep her card. And now this season, she got in contention at the U.S. Women's Open. As you mentioned, she flirted with the 59 at the ShopRite. This has been a big stepping stone season for her.
Well, there's been progression every single year she's been a professional, which I think is a huge thing for somebody when you're coming out on tour, to know that you're constantly making improvements.
Ardina for birdie.
It's a pretty good swinger from right to left. It's just been one of those days.
You know, 14 players tied at 6 under. That would have helped. And she broken out of that. Trying to remember a tournament quite like this, where we've had 2 players just waiting so long, and no one really with a chance to catch them. Thinking about when Rose Zhang and Madeline Sagstrom separated themselves by, what, 13 shots from 3rd place at the Cognizant Founders Cup earlier this year. That was a strange one.
ShopRite.
ShopRite, you had Linnea Strom, who was tied for last place, shot 60, like Lucy Lee.
But they weren't. There wasn't. They were waiting, but there was not 2 of them waiting for potentially to play off to play more golf. They were.
Correct.
You know, that's the slight difference, is that everybody else is trying to catch them, but it wasn't to be.
Birdie putt for Buhai. Okay. That breaks out of a 6-way tie for 12 under and gives her 6th place alone. All right, the wait is ending. And we're getting ready for a playoff. Lucy Lee and Jasmine Sawanapura, both brilliant on this Sunday in Arkansas, and one of them going to win. All right, back to the 18th tee comes Lucy Lee. She had to wait when she played 18 in regulation, not this long. It's been an hour and 20 or so since she last hit a shot that mattered. And here comes Jasmine Sawanapura to join her. And how did they get here? With a dazzling day, finished with eagles at 18. This was Lee first. They were tied at 15 under at the time. So she posts 17 under, shoots 60 with her 3rd eagle of the day. Sawanapura hit it right off the tee, got a drop, and then hit this beauty with her 2nd.
She's looking at it, trying to get a good view of it. And it was something that was worth looking at. Spectacular shot.
Still had to finish it off. Right in the heart. .61 for Sawanapura, so she tied her career low on Friday with the 63 and then bettered it by 2 today. And for Lucy, the 60 timed the 2nd lowest in LPGA history. So they're going to wait until that final group signs their cards. Dottie Ardina is headed to the Epson Tour Championship next week. Yubon will play at the Buick LPGA Shanghai in a couple of weeks' time. Just making sure they know what each other is hitting. And waiting on word from Brian Fahey, LPGA rules official. He'll get the word from the scoring tent.
So good memories for both of these players playing this 18th hole.
Can they remember that far back?
I think that one of the biggest keys is getting this tee shot on the right line, picking the right target and hitting it. Yeah. Really is important to be on the fairway. I know Jasmine missed it right, but I think she got somewhat lucky to get away with that shot.
What's that?
First playoff appearance for Lucy. This is her closest call with a victory. Second season for her as an LPGA member. Jasmine had already joined the LPGA Tour when Lucy made history as an 11-year-old at the U.S. Women's Open at Pinehurst back in 2014. Maybe she'll add a third star if she gets a third win today.
That makes sense. I didn't think about that till you just said.
Yeah, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Her first win was in a playoff over Brittany Lincecum outside Toledo, Highland Meadows, the Dana Open. And then she won a team event, the Dow Championship, with Sydney Clanton. And we are ready. Tom is going to follow Lucy as he did today, and Jim will follow Jasmine.
Yeah, in regulation, Lucy hit a drive with her right to left draw ball flight that just moved into that first cut of rough on the left side. So, and she'll try and start this a little right of where she started it in regulation, but just right of that bunker that the players can see on the left side of the tee is a good line. Important for her to get this away in a good position, because she'll be thinking that she made in an eagle again. This one down the right side, drawing, should be on a good line, needs that good kick.
Yep, she's good. Bit of an awkward lie though. Ball's going to be above her feet and probably a downslope as well, but Tom can tell us that when he gets down there for sure.
All right, Jim, Jasmine now.
Yeah, about what, an hour and 15 minutes, and she finished an hour and a half for Lucy. So see if you can get that focus back. I think she likes it.
Yeah, she's got the quick walk after it. Wow, that's got some good tumble on it. A little flatter lie down there where Jasmine's hit her tee shot to than Lucy.
All right, so perhaps a small advantage for Jasmine off the tee at the 18th. Karen, we were just talking about it, trying to rack our brains thinking of another event quite like this. Does either player, would you say, have an advantage at this point?
Not really, not at all. I mean, when you think about where they've been, they've both had a supremely low number. Lucy with the 60, Jasmine with the 61, just makes it a very intense situation. They both had about equally amount of weight waiting for this round to continue. And so really it comes down to who's going to handle the moment better. We've seen Jasmine. She's already a winner. She's won in a playoff. This is a situation that she's familiar with, so she might have the slight edge over Lucy. Lucy's pretty young and fearless. I'm sure she's not really afraid of this moment. But having seen where those two tee shots have ended up, I give the slight advantage to Jasmine just right now because of the lie she has, because it's a little flatter down there on the left side. Lucy has the better angle to the flag, but I think being so far down the fairway for Jasmine, we'll see.
10 years ago was a long time when we saw Lucy Lee eating ice cream at Pinehurst at the U.S. Women's Open. And we've seen a lot of phenoms that don't really make it on the LPGA Tour. And here she is now in just her second season. I was impressed that after a disappointing rookie year, she goes to the Q Series. She gets her card back. ties for fourth in the very first full field event, the Drive On. She's had a steady season this year and a chance to make it spectacular now.
Well, I think steady season is the key. You get used to making cuts, then you get used to finishing in the top 30, then the top 20, then the top 10s, and all of a sudden it's easy to break through. There's been steady progress in how she's been performing, and I think that's a good arc to aim for. Not everybody can just jump out as a professional like Rose Zhang did and win in her professional debut. That doesn't happen. Lucy Lee is much more of the norm with this regard.
Yeah, there she is, Lucy. She's going to turn 22 on Tuesday. And a chance here to win for the very first time on the LPGA Tour. Jasmine, a study in perseverance, enduring not just a back injury that threatened her golf career. We're talking quality of life, the ability to function fully.
Well, and you can see the adjustment that she's had to make in her golf swing. She'll set up to it a little bit more open than most players do. And she'll swing on a more in-to-out path because it's just all the way for her to get around the injury that she sustained.
All right, so Suwanapura ahead of Lucy. Tom, what do you think about Lucy's situation here?
Well, Karen was right. It is a downhill lie, which is why I think we see sometimes players hit lower shots than you would expect coming into this green.
From 218 in, plus 220 yeah, 218 a shot, plus 2. No, we're just off the right. You don't have to smash it either, just right to left just now.
Hit the 4 hybrid here in regulation, a little bit more club needed with about 20 yards more distance to go. And that wind just puffs up a little bit off the right side. It's an aggressive line. Right.
What a shot.
Put the brakes on.
Just a little.
Oh, that was magnificent. That's a tough line. Look at it, it's coming back.
A little bit.
Yeah.
An eagle putt for Lucy Lee. This would be her 4th of the day. She knew it was a good one, didn't she?
Oh, she does. And, you know, she did everything right. She went with the lie. She didn't try and fight the lie to get the ball airborne. She trusted it. I mean, it was a good swing. And she's looking at it. She's like peering, asking for it to sit. She knew.
All right, Suwanapura to answer.
Yeah, she had to answer it last time in regulation. 76, 198 total. It's leaking just a little right of it, but not much.
Oh.
They're picking up where they left off, both of them.
They are. They obviously like this 18th hole.
I mean, a 60 today for Lucy, a 61 for Suwanapura. Lucy from Northern California, family from China. Came to the U.S. in the late 1990s. She was born at Stanford Hospital, grew up there in that area. Made history at Pinehurst as the youngest competitor in the U.S. Women's Open. And then kind of played her way through amateur events, got onto the Epson Tour back in 2022, finished 3rd on that tour, earned her tour card. And she's trying to do something this week that no one's ever done in the LPGA history books. Lucy was 77th after day 1. No one's ever won a 54-hole event when starting that low after 18 holes. Both will have eagle putts. Just the contrast in these two players. Amazing, isn't it? Shows you how great, deep the LPGA is.
No question. And every year, You get a fresh influx of new young talent coming out on the LPGA Tour, and the quality of play just increases and gets better every single year. It's almost like you blink and all of a sudden game has improved and moved on.
You had that experience, didn't you?
Oh,
when you
absolutely.
stepped aside to have your son?
And I came back and I thought, what's happened to the tour? All of a sudden everybody's hitting it 20 past me and everybody's got longer. And it's the same, like if you know, every single year it's that new influx of talent comes out, and the talent that is here works twice as hard to maintain their position, and it's just a constant turnover of abilities and talents, and you know, players that work insanely hard to be where they are.
Curious, Jim and Tom, who has the easier putt here? Lucy's closer. Jim, your thoughts?
I think Savannah Porter, she's going up the hill, but Lucy doesn't have as much break as maybe Jasmine's, but I always like going up the hill. I always like going first, too.
Tom, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Jim's right. I mean, if this green does slope severely in parts from back to front, so once you're above the hole like Lucy is, you are going to have to think about the speed, whereas Jim, Sawanapura, I mean, that's the putt you want up the hill, right?
That's the one I would want, and it's right to left, which for a right-hander, that's something that comes a little more comfortable than a little slider. You know, I think that's the biggest key to this putt. But, you know, she wasn't watching what Lucy did and it turned around just in time. And I think the tricky part, as she said in your interview with her, she wasn't aware that she had to make eagle, but she felt like she did. But in this case, she knew she had to hit a good shot.
Well, she's putting from a very similar spot to where Lucy made her eagle from, and Lucy made the putt look quite easy. So we'll see what Jasmine can do here.
Making sure the coast is clear, yeah.
Yeah, there's some gas-powered cars going up the hill.
Maybe. Pretty good run.
I'd say that was a great effort.
And now for the first time in her very young LPGA career, as we take one more look here. Whew. Yeah, gave it a chance. Now for the first time in her young career, Lucy with a putt to win.
Not an easy putt to read. Got to be careful of the speed, but this is what you want. You want the ball in your hand and a chance to win.
All right, matching birdies. And back they go as the playoff continues.
Well, he's got Jared 120 yards up from...
Hole number 2 of this playoff between Lucy Lee and Jasmine Sawadapura.
Oh, boy.
So Lucy is, what, now 12 under for her day, 11 under 60 in regulation, then just birdied first playoff hole, as did Jasmine. And Lucy keeps the honor.
Yeah, I think if you're Lucy, you want to hit the same shot that you just hit in the first playoff hole. Hit that little soft draw off the right side. Give yourself a chance. This one a little left of the first one. Going to be down towards that rough.
Oh, it is in the rough, Tom. It's sitting
Yeah.
up. Sitting up. Doesn't make it very easy, though, but it's... At least I can see a lot of that ball.
It's going to tempt her.
It will.
I think, wouldn't it? And now Jasmine.
Well, this tee shot tempts you to go down the left side. It kind of lines you up at that bunker, which is too far left, Karen. You know that. You got to go right of it. There's kind of a odd colored tree up on the right center. That's a little more right, and that should be really good. It gets down that speed slide.
Yep, she's going to be just fine. And she's probably she might hit first. We'll see, but it's going to be close.
Chance to put the pressure on Lucy. Second hole of the playoff continues. Jasmine Sawanapura with the 2 LPGA wins, the last of which was 5 years ago. Played well late last year to secure her spot in the CME Group Tour Championship, and playing well again late this year, and a chance to win for the 3rd time. Lucy Lee in the rough, and we'll see what Jasmine Sawanapura may press Lucy into doing here.
Yeah, she's about 15 yards longer than she was earlier, so 191, 213. Decent lies. Lucy's ball's okay, but you're right. This determines probably what Lucy does.
You should get 213, 214.
I think, you know, the ball is really in Jasmine's court here. But Lucy's already pulled a club out. Lucy's pulled a wood out already.
Oh, yeah, she's going from what I see, but a lot depends on this. This looks like a fairway wood.
You would think, Jim, that she's going, but Jasmine's away, right?
Correct. If Jasmine doesn't hit the green, that changes the whole strategy there.
Well, and this makes Jasmine think that Lucy's going. I mean, Lucy still has the opportunity to change her mind.
Exactly. Good call. That's why you're so good in match play. Wind picks up just a little bit from right to left. Well, this was solid. If this carries and it gets down, get up and then get down.
Bunker back there, short of it, and it'll come back.
Oh, it's going to come back a lot. Oh, I thought that was coming back so much more than that because it got up that bank quite high.
Yeah, she's going to love when she sees it.
The laser's out just to check, just to have a look.
And now Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy had the laser rangefinder out as well to check where that ball was. If she goes straight at the flag, looking at the flag, she can't see the flag actually when she's over the ball here because the limbs of the last tree just block it out. The angle is a little bit different. You've got to take on that bunker if you're going straight at the flag. Not as easy this shot as what she faced the first 2 times she's played this hole today. This one's come out low and right. Needs a bit more draw. It's hot.
Okay. She's going to have to work hard for her birdie and hope that Jasmine doesn't make.
Unless she wants to roll that one in.
Well, there's that.
And one more look at Jasmine's second.
And you can see it was a good quality strike.
And the difference in coming from the rough and the fairway on display there. She knew it was a good one.
Just where those shadows fall makes it really hard to see where the ball is.
Alpha can get this short chicken bounce.
So she'll have an eagle putt inside 20 feet, and Lucy's going to have a long one. Lucy got off to a good start this year with a couple of early top 10s. Really took the pressure off after losing her card last year and having to go back to Q school. She endured a bit of a swoon in the middle of the season with some missed cuts, but has come back strong here in the fall, and now in great position here. Still a chance to win it. And Jasmine, who played in the very first of those Honda LPGA Thailands back in 2006. She was an amateur and caught the vision of what this life could be for her, and she's become a multiple winner.
I really think that has really sort of been the catalyst to the explosion in Thai golf. It's really opened up a lot of eyes over in Thailand as to what can be achieved. For sure. And players like Eric Jutanagar and Jasmine Swanepoel are really keeping that door open for all the newcomers coming behind them.
And you think about what this event has done for the University of Arkansas women's golf program.
It makes a difference.
You bring the LPGA to town, and it has an impact in so many ways. Walmart's been such a good friend to the LPGA Tour. P&G, presenting sponsor of the last two events outside Cincinnati last week, and then this week here in Northwest Arkansas. Well, Tom, it's a long one for Lucy, but she's got the putter out.
Yeah, I think walking up here, she might be surprised that it's come up short. It looked like it was going to have a bit of pop on it, but once it pitches into the upslope, it kills it just short of this green. It's so steep coming up to this green, so she's got the putter out. She's putting uphill, and Karen, in her mind, she's got to be thinking she needs to hold it.
Certainly needs to give it a good go, but also Jasmine is just far enough away that you don't want to leave yourself that tricky 5-6 foot range coming back, having had 2-3 putts already on the day.
It's going to need to go. I think the difficulty, Karen, is she hadn't had a putt at that length for hours.
Yeah.
And so now Swanepoel has an eagle putt, but
well,
no guaranteed make for Lucy here.
No, it really isn't. And you know, I think if you're Jasmine, you want to give it a chance so that you have the destiny in your hands right now. But you cannot be overly aggressive and leave yourself a tricky one coming back. And Jim, if you had a chance to have a look at this putt.
Yeah, it's a little more right than where Lucy Lee was earlier. So Jasmine was watching that one, so she knows the speed of this. This has some right to left in it, but you know, it's a putt that she can definitely make. You don't get an opportunity to win very often. I'm not saying you get too crazy here, but you've got to give this a kind of a normal stroke. The tendency, you know, if you try to hit it too hard, is you're going to take it out of the break. But I think you try to hit as normal a putt as you can. I think she tried to move her hand with like feeling that speed of the roll.
All right, Lucy had a putt to win the first playoff hole. Jasmine has a putt to win here.
I don't think Jasmine's afraid of the big moment.
Jasmine Swanepoel is back in the winner's circle. An eagle in regulation to tie, and an eagle on the second playoff hole to win it at the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship. Husband Michael. It's not exactly calling the hogs, but you get the idea. And her countrywoman, Alpacha Yubon, celebrates with her. One more look from the shadow into the light. I mean, Karen, she got to the 18th in regulation, had to make eagle to tie, and then here puts it away.
With another eagle.
And it's the second time we've spoken to her today. Jim Gallagher is with our winner.
Thanks, Grant. It's been 5 years. Take us through those emotions of winning for the third time now.
It's been a long time, and there's a time that I think that I'm probably not going to win again, but you know, today everything would just fall in the right place, right time, and you know, we did it with my husband. Is even more special.
How special is that? Of course, you're coming down the line shooting 61. You knew you had to hit some shots there on 18 in the regulation and again in the playoff.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, Lucy Lee was not the easy player to play in a playoff with, so I'm really trying to play, stay calm, and you know, stay with myself, play with my game, and today happened, so I'm very happy.
Well, congratulations. Go celebrate. Go have some fun.
Yes, for sure. Thank you.
Back to you, Grant.
Well, that's a big one for Jasmine. They're all precious, aren't they?
Oh, no question. And you know she's going to celebrate.
So she's projected to move to 27th from 75th. So this clinches her spot at the CME Group Tour Championship. And with her husband on the bag. Yeah. First win since they got married a couple of years ago. He's not sure how to respond. He just knows he's happy. Yeah. Well done. 61. To beat the player who shot 60.
It's crazy.
Phenomenal golf. We see it every week.
And she held it together so well coming down the stretch, hitting shots when she absolutely had to on that 18th hole. She knew she needed eagle, and then she goes ahead and wins it with an eagle there. Just such an impressive finish.
This clinches Lucy's spot in the CME Group Tour Championship as well with that playoff loss. Week off for the LPGA Tour, then they're back in China, the Buick LPGA Shanghai. First round coverage Wednesday, October the 9th, 11 o'clock Eastern Time here on Golf Channel. Thanks to everyone who made it happen this week. Our producer, Jesse Resp, director Pete Esposito, and their amazing team of women and men. For Karen Stupples, Tom Abbott, Jim Gallagher, and all of us, I'm Grant Boone. Thanks for watching the LPGA on Golf Channel, and congratulations to Jasmine Suwanapura, her third LPGA title in style.